with Robbie Vincent on Jazz FM.
If you're going abroad by plane, boat, or the family car.
You're my darling, darling baby. You're my darling, darling love. You're my darling, darling baby. I said you're everything I ever hoped for in a woman. And as long as I may live, ooh, you're my darling, darling baby. You're my sweet and tender love. You're a very special lady. I said you're the one that I always dreamed of in a woman. I'll give all that I can give. I'll give you plenty love because you deserve the best. You should have everything the queen sitting on the throne should have. You deserve to have it all, and I'm gonna do my best to give it to you, to give it to you, to give it to you. Ooh, you're my darling, darling baby. You're my sweet and tender love. You're a very special lady. I said you're everything I ever hoped for in a woman. And as long as we may live, I'll give you plenty love because you deserve the best. Cause you're better than the rest. You're my queen on the throne, the one that I wanna own, and all the things that you desire. I'll do my best to give it to you, to give it to you, to give it to you. You're my darling, darling baby. You're my sweet and tender love. You're a very special lady. You're mine. Come on, baby, you're my sweet and tender. Ooh, you're mine. Very special lady. And I need you. Oh, baby, well, you're mine. Believe me, you're my very special lady. You're mine. You deserve to have the best. Believe me, baby, 'cause you're better than the rest. So much better, you're mine. Oh, ooh, well, you're mine. You can believe you're my very special lady. Girl, I just wanna give it to you, give it to you, give it to you, girl. Ooh, you're my very special lady.
Robbie Vincent on a Sunday morning at the sharp edge of technology. Here I am, coming to you from a bank vault in Iceland. I mean, I only said lend us a fiver, and that's what they did to me. Darling, darling baby, the OJs, if you can find a better start to a Sunday morning than that, let me know, will you? And of course, what you can say if you're a real big old smoothie is, isn't that nice? I got that Robbie to play it just for your own personal darling, darling baby. One of the best, cleverest samples ever, do you agree?
Right here.
It's the Jazz FM Sunday morning. A seriously clever sample, wasn't it? Sisters with Voices right here. Now, you can get in touch talking about technology. Robbie.Vincent at jazzfm.com. And a lot of you have been complaining that to text me it's at standard rates. But to make it expensive, I've got a great idea. You put Jazz 81222 and you can make contact. To make it more expensive, do it from a casino while you're playing roulette. You see? Just makes it more expensive. Very expensive.
This is Jazz FM.
In the Does It Stand the Test of Time stakes, absolutely yes. That Lady the Isley Brothers, and a few cents that Ronald Isley gets for that being played will go towards his outstanding tax bill. He owes the American IRS about $3.5 million. Because he didn't fill in his tax forms. And he got 3 years in jail, and the waters are a bit muddied. I think he's still in jail for tax evasion, you know, and he's a man of senior years as well. So I think it pays to pay your taxes. And if you happen to know if he's out of jail, I'd be very, very interested to hear. Robbie Vincent, sorry, I forgot dots in my name now. Robbie Vincent is like the post said, hello, Robbie. I said, no, it's Robbie Vincent at jazzfm.com. If you happen to know about the Isleys, or you'd like to make contact, that's how you do it. Robbie.Vincent at jazzfm.com, or, of course, by text. Jazz first, then 81222 at standard rates. Before that, Going Out Tonight by Cool Million. That's new, but thoroughly, thoroughly retro. In this hour, you're going to hear James Brown at his social conscience very, very best. What's the track? You'll hear it soon.
66 Mellow. Solitary dream, nothing on my mind, just floating in time on a funky feeling. Let the vibes flow, let the vibes flow, let the vibes flow through. Let the vibes flow, let the vibes flow through. Let the vibes flow, let the vibes flow through. Let the vibes flow, let the vibes flow through. Let the vibes flow.
Come and go to a place I know, the land of the soul, called 66 Mellow. Not a place on a map that you find way. It's all about having that solidelic mind state. Not your average everyday run-of-the-mill type. Yo, what's it like? Well, the feeling's kinda hype. We're not quite hype, but more like a super charismatic kind of insight. K-I-N-G. Forget about the dog, it's nothing but the soul to me. Cause that's the only way I can explain it. I go off into another world to obtain it. A mellow hostility, cause that's the vibe that we flow through. For those who wanna go to 66 Mellow. Solitary dream. Nothing on my mind, just floating in time on a funky feeling. Let the vibes flow through. 66 Mellow. Let the vibes flow through. Ain't nothing on my mind, just floating in time on a funky feeling. Let the vibes flow through. I'm 66 mellowing out to a slow jam. Suddenly I fall into the mix like quicksand. Total darkness surrounds me on all sides. I drop a quick mellow, now I'm back in clear skies. Clouded footprints, line the skyways. Ice cream lakes float my way. This can only be described as a 66 melodramatic type way. Take it away, Jazz.
Now that's mellow to me. When I'm traveling Route 66, I'm free. Like a highway, a byway, a double 6 mile way. Off in a dream as my mind flows sideways. Drifting into a distance. Riding rhythmical bass lines. Blissful blissness. You can't get there by train or airfare. Just open your mind and G.O.
66 Mellow. Solitary dream. Nothing on my mind, just floating in time on a funky feeling.
In these hard times, by the way, I want you to sing my jingles for me. So if you hear a gap, you've got to say it's the Robbie Vincent Show. Okay, do that for me, will you? Thank you very much indeed. It should make you feel really, really green. Hi, Robbie. Nice to hear the programme. Thank you, Tim in Ealing. He knows how to email robbie.vincent@jazzfm.com. Hi to Mum Tina Moonan and friend Lana in Bigglesworth in Bedfordshire. After this, James Brown with his huge social conscience, probably one of the best tracks he ever recorded. That's after this wonderful ballad.
It's amazing how your eyes, they say so much. It's amazing how you tap me with your touch, and even over the telephone, baby, ooh, you still amaze me. I can tell you're smiling from across the town with those dreamy eyes filled with good intentions. There's magic in your smile, magical smile, dreamy eyes, lost in my direction. It's nice to tell no lies.
It's amazing how there's been a change in me. It's amazing how, yeah, I'm happier than I ever been. And even when I try to hide my feelings from this boy, still amazes me. And he can tell I'm smiling back from across the town. Back at that boy with those dreamy eyes filled with good intentions. There's magic in your smile, magical smile, dreamy eyes, lost in my direction, dancing night with lights. Even when we try to hide our feelings from everybody, ooh, it still amazes me. They can tell we're smiling back from across the town.
Jazz FM. Listen in color.
Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Americans, lady Americans, this is James Brown. I want to talk to you about one of our most deadly killers in the country today. I had a dream the other night, and I was sitting in my living room, just dozed off to sleep, so I started dreaming. I dreamed I walked in a place, and I saw a real strange, weird object standing up talking to the people, and I found out it was heroin, that deadly drug that go in your vein. He said, I came to this country without a passport. Ever since then, I've been hunted and sought. My little white grains are nothing but waste, soft and deadly and bitter to taste. But I'm a world of power, and all know it's true. Use me once, and you'll know it too. I can make a mere schoolboy forget his books. I can make a world-famous beauty neglect her looks. I can make a good man forsake his wife, send a greedy man to prison for the rest of his life. I can make a man forsake his country and flag, make a girl sell her body for a $5 bag. Some think my adventure's a joy and a thriller, but I'll put a gun in your hand and make you a killer. In cellophane bags I found my way to heads of state, to children at play. I finance in China, ran in Japan, I'm respected in Turkey, and I'm legal in Siam. I take my addicts and make them steal, borrow, beg. Then they search for a vein in the arm or the leg. So be you Italian, Jewish, black or Mex, I can make the most virile of men forget their sex. So now my man, you must do your best to keep up your habit until your arrest. Now the police have taken you from under my wing. Do you think they dare defy me, I who am king? Now, you must lie in that county jail, where I can't get to you by visit or mail. So squirm with discomfort, wiggle and cough. 6 days of madness, and you might throw me off. Curse me in name, defy me in speech, but you'd pick me up right now if I were in your reach. All through your sentence, you become resolved to your fate. Fear not, young man or woman, I'll be waiting at the gate. And don't be afraid, don't run, I'll not chase. Sure, my name is heroin, and you'll be back for a taste. Behold, you're hooked. Your foot is in the stirrup, and make haste, mount the steed, and ride him well. For the white horse of heroin will ride you to hell. To hell. Will ride you to hell until you are dead. Dead, brother. Dead. This is a revolution of mind.
Gamble and Huff are very much associated in Philadelphia with social comment. That is just brilliant, and many years ago I said that should be on the health service and just played every so often, like every 5 minutes, maybe something like that. And now, of course, everything's nationalised. Gordon Brown could organise it, couldn't he? Pay that James Brown track. I'm going to take all your money away. Fantastic. King Heroin. James Brown at his very best. I met him at a hotel and interviewed him. And to say he was a character, I suppose, is an understatement. He was an excitable, is how I would describe him. But he did some great things. He said, hey, Robbie, let me do this. Get down with James Brown. Absolutely fantastic. But he talks like that all the time. Get down, get down, get down. Amazing man. I was very privileged. Then before that, Dreamy Eyes featuring Angela Johnson from Nestor's fine album, Storyteller, here on Jazz FM. And here's the wonderful foreplay. Uncle Bob James, Nathan East, Harvey Mason, Larry Carlton, all together, and they make tunes like this from their new album. See what you think. Jazz FM Sunday morning, soul and lots of jazz flavours, and of course the Sunday long one. You can only get a long one every Sunday right here, and this week, well, unbelievable. Just a whole run of fantastic jazz flavours. Don't miss it, that's after midday. Bob James and Chums, fortune teller, foreplay. And if you happen to visit Chartwell, which was, of course, Churchill's home for many years, you will be not far from Braisted, which is a pretty little village in Kent, if you don't know it. And you drive through there and you think, oh, sleepy. Oh, no. Because it is the hotbed of funkers. And I'd like to say hi to just a couple of them. That's Ray and Chris. And as you drive through, if you hear a deep throbbing bass, it's them just playing their tunes. Back with more in just a moment.
Yes, we will.
Johnny Bristol, Man Up in the Sky, Jazz FM. And of course, you can hear us on the net if you go somewhere that you can't, in fact, get us otherwise, like in Australia. Very clever. I'll tell you one day how they managed to hear us. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And talking about good afternoon, good evening, thank you very much indeed, all of you who emailed just to say how sad it was, the news of the death of Levi Stubbs. And the one thing about the Four Tops, you know, is that they stayed together. That was pretty unusual for a lot of years, from the 50s into the late 70s. Just as a little tribute from us all, a great lead voice, Jazz FM. The wonderful Four Tops and the death of Levi Stubbs. Small tribute, and thank you very much indeed for, well, I mean, so many of you just appreciate what a great voice he was. And amongst them, Steve Brennan from Ascot, and Leela in Croydon too, said, I'm sure you'll be playing something Four Tops. You're absolutely right. I will be playing something Four Tops, and I have played something Four Tops. It's Jazz FM, it's a Sunday morning, and let me warn you, after midday, the Sunday long one of jazzy flavours, well, I just don't know what to say. If you are a child, you'll need an adult present, okay? And if you're prone to melting or getting overexcited, a bucket of ice will do. That's what you call a little taste. You know, when you feel hungry and you go past a restaurant and they flood out all the beautiful food smells. That's the wonderful acoustic Alchemy, and you'll hear all that track from top to bottom next week. Angel of the South, dedicated on the net in Valladolid in Spain to Paul, and a good morning to you. It's Jazz FM, where the news is next. Jazz FM is back with a bang, and to celebrate, we're already releasing our first album, The Sound of Jazz FM 2008. 30 fantastic tracks that sum up what the new Jazz FM is all about, including the sensational new song from Swing Out Sister, Butterfly.
Hey, it's been a while.
Plus some of the best from Luther Vandross, Wayman Tisdale, Anita Baker, The Sax Pack, Phyllis Hyman, and Incognita. The Sound of Jazz FM 2008, out October the 20th. Pre-order it now at amazon.co.uk. Will Downing's take on John Coltrane's The Love Supreme. What I like about that is that Arthur Baker was a huge Coltrane fan, and he actually went to Alice Coltrane and got permission to do that. What a great track. Now, talking about great tracks, by the way, that's dedicated to Ian Meager in Smallfield in Surrey. Thank you for your email. Email robbie.vincent@jazzfm.com. I just did a dip into Jazz FM, fairly fresh, fairly new, and I thought, now what will you hear over a period of few hours? Tom Dudley, Saturday morning, I hear the Crusaders. Then after that, serious blues and boogie with David Slim, Get Down Boogie by the Next Drink, Flatbed Freeman. You know what these blues guys are like. P.Y. Played the Four Tops, including a track off the first album by the Four Tops, which is before their Motown days. Then Brass Construction, Curtis Mayfield and Quincy Jones popped up with Mike Vitti. And that's all just in one day. Tell your friends. And Friday night with Steve Quirk, there was Jeff Lorber, there was Foreplay, and a nice new sax player called B.K. Jackson. That's just a taster of what you can hear here on Jazz FM. Incognito, step up, will you, please? Yes, Robbie. Thank you.
Jazz FM. Listen in colour.
Long after his death, Marvin Gaye, Where Are We Going? And before that, What's Going On, Take 6. Fantastic. If you've never come across Take 6 before, they're doing a gig in London in a few weeks' time. I'll get you the date next week. That's their take on What's Going On. Just stand there and sing. Don't need instruments, their voice or instruments. Fantastic a cappella. That comes from their album The Standard. Before that, from the new Incognito album, Tales from the Beach. That is a track I particularly like. N.O.T. Bit like Robbie.Vincent at jazzfm.com. I'd like to say hi to Roy Smith in Saltash. Roy, thank you for your good wishes. And in Paisley in Scotland, the funky one wants to send good wishes to brother Alan T in Chorley in Lancashire. What do we got coming up next? Well, it's sort of a bass bin, let's just blow away some of the cobwebs and some of the dust. That's next. Now that sounds, I think, as good as ever, don't you? Funky stuff, Cool and the Gang. I want to say hi to Johnny Northwood and Chris and Kerry Cowley from Dog Street, South Yorkshire. Good morning to you. Thank you for your emails. Robbie.Vincent@jazzfm.com. And also Don Males from Barking and Essex. A very good morning to you. Now, just having a quick look, and I will say, if people are silly enough to give something away, might as well win it. You can win yourself a pair of tickets to see Herbie Hancock in Gateshead, Manchester and Birmingham. Listen up, listen up. The 14th of November, the Sage in Gateshead. 16th of November, Manchester, the wonderful Bridgewater Hall. And the 20th of November, Birmingham at the Symphony Hall. To win yourself a pair of tickets, absolutely free. If they're giving it away, take it from them. All you have to do is go to jazzfm.com and that will give you more details. Take care. A warning, by the way, after midday, that Sunday long one, and it's staggeringly wonderful. I can't wait to play it for you. I actually had the noise police around my house because I sing that in the bath. I am playing. A lot of you know that's one of my all-time favourites. Fantastic. Lamont Dozier, and his solo career, I think, is hugely underestimated. I mean, we all know the great stuff he did with Holland Dozier and Holland, those Motown days and all the rest of it. I am playing before that Dysfunction from Liquid Soul, and you might have thought the lead voice was Phyllis Hyman. It's very Phyllis Hyman-ish, but it wasn't. And funky stuff, Cool and the Gang. After, at 1 o'clock, it was Ella Fitzgerald last week with Anthony Davis. His jazz legend this week, featuring a whole hour of Nat King Cole. Quality, mate, quality. Back with quality in just a moment. If you couldn't guess that was Barry White, you need to visit the A&E, get them to look at you. Sounds good, doesn't it? Which Way Up, standout track from his Staying Power album. It's Robbie Vincent with you on a Sunday, Jazz FM with you every Sunday, but PY on Saturday was wondering if he'd be back next week. Well, I've checked his pulse and he sure will. You're gonna love this. That's a very excellent Chris Standry. That's from his new album, Love and Paragraphs. And if you've not got in, Chris, if you see one of his albums, check him out. He made some great stuff, you know. English Boy Made Good. He left Hertfordshire, moved to Los Angeles, and does very, very well on the smooth jazz scene out there. And actually hasn't been back long in Los Angeles. He was over here doing a few gigs. If you saw one of them, I know that you'll agree with me. Do check him out. Chris Standring on Jazz FM. Something inspirational, brothers and sisters. Robbie Vincent with a selection of hand-picked tunes. And there's a man who did an awful lot to popularise the sax. People gave up their guitars and drums and started wanting to learn the sax. Walk in the Night, Junior Walker from 1972. Then inspirational styly. Curtis Mayfield with the Impressions. People get ready. Studio son Jed in Portsmouth wants to say hi to his rents. Otherwise, Mum and Dad, Lynn and Chrissy. And they're in Essex.
This is Jazz FM.
Love should be
there's understanding and peace of mind. We've got to trust in one another. All of us should first be friends. Friends have a faithful trust in each other. Love without trust can't win. I don't want footsteps following me. Unlike the prison, love's got to be free. I am allergic to jealousy. I don't want footsteps following me. True love, I believe, is love if you stay, love if you leave. Free as a bird, high in the sky. No holding on, no fear of goodbye. Love is the ultimate of expressions. Selfless and helpless, no doubt, no lie. And if you treat love like your possession, love without freedom will die. I don't want footsteps following me. Unlike the prison, set love free. I'm truly allergic to jealousy, and I don't want footsteps following me. Don't hold on so tight. Everything's alright. There's no need to fear. I'll always be here. If you'll trust me, I don't want footsteps following me. Unlike your prison, set love free. I am allergic to jealousy. I don't want footsteps following me. Oh, have a little faith in me. Just trust in me. Oh, yeah. Faith, hope, and charity. Love is the greatest of the three. Love without faith is hopeless, you see. I hope there's some hope for you, some for me. I don't want footsteps following me.
I played that and I can see just through a chink of the bank vault. And I've had some text saying, Robbie, is it really true you're in the vaults of a bank in Iceland? Oh, I am. They got very cross with me, saying terrible things about them, keeping all our money. Francis Nero and Footsteps, the wonderful Bill Withers.
My friend, it ain't too bad the way you
Bill Withers, Use Me, Lovely Day, often played. He made some great other music as well. That's just an example. I'd like to say good morning to Del in Slough. Del, thank you very much indeed for your email and your good wishes. And Marco in Kingston in Surrey as well. Hi to you. And I like rubbing shoulders with real celebrities. And of course, supermodel Kike is probably at this very moment wandering the streets of Chelsea and Battersea with security guards surrounding her so she doesn't get mobbed. So if you're one of those Kike fans, have a pleasant afternoon wherever you might be. And of course, we're on digital, we're on the net, so it doesn't matter where you are, you can be part of Jazz FM. Super fresh. One of my favourite people is Snowboy, makes great records, lives in the rainforests of Essex with those golden beaches and clear blue sea, available in Canvey Island just round the corner. His take on Girl Overboard. Snowboys take on Girl Overboard, and if you ever wanted some writing soul pedigree, I don't think you could get much better than Sam Dees and Frederick Knight. They wrote that. Want to wish Angela Sinclair, Angela's in Croydon, I hope. I want to wish her a big happy birthday. In her working days, you'll find her looking after hair at Urban Retreat at Hayrods. That comes from Lisa, Martin and Frankie in sunny Welling in Kent. And if you want to get in touch, don't forget, at standard rates, I think the text is great fun, and I suggested earlier, really, if you want it to be more expensive, go in a casino, play roulette, and then text me. Jazz first, followed by 81222. Now, I've been asked to warn those of you of a melting type, or if you're a child, make sure you have an adult present with you, because coming up 14-15 minutes worth of absolute wonderfulness, some fine jazzy rhythms, and of course jazz is a broad church, and I've popped in a couple of outstanding tracks for you. Can't wait to play them, so they'll be in a moment. Robbie. Just absolutely wonderful. You can see why I recommended that if there was somebody very young in your home, that you have an adult present. Absolutely gorgeous. Little Sunflower, Freddie Hubbard, Al Jarreau with the vocals, and as you know, they wrote it. And Rose Rouge, Saint-Germain, and that's from their Tourist album. And if you haven't got rhythm, you wouldn't have felt that, but if you do have rhythm, you definitely would. A great track. Thank you very much for all your emails and texts. And I'd like to say hi to Chris. He's listening online in Northampton. As interestingly, Steve in Milton Keynes. And he said, when I first heard you years ago, Robbie, I was a penniless student eating cold baked beans. But here I am with my theatre surround sound system, and I won't go into it, but he describes it to me, and it sounds far too expensive. Dave and Linda having a weekend break in Hastings, known as the Riviera of the Southeast. Maz in Fulham, thank you for your good wishes. They're much appreciated. It's Jazz FM after 1 o'clock. Anthony Davis. Each week there'll be an hour featuring a jazz legend, and this week is Nat King Cole. At 2, Leo Green and friends. Joining Leo is Hugo Spears from Full Monty, some good jazz, and he'll be playing favourites from Sinatra. Wow. And Leo's also got James Nesbitt, the guitarist, joining him. Robbie, thinking ahead, so much more great music to come, and there's only 20 minutes of the programme left. Back with more in just a moment. They definitely set themselves the targets of taking over the world. Cecil and Linda Womack, they got so many children they have to get a double-decker bus to cart them around everywhere. And Knight Rider. And of course, if they really did need to take over the world, they'll all send for Brother Bobby.
Just my imagination.
That sounds like a Sunday morning to me, doesn't it, you? Bobby Womack, Just My Imagination. Earlier, if you weren't here, you won't know I gave you a little taste of the most excellent Acoustic Alchemy. If you get a chance to see them live, do so. They're fabulous. And I said I'd play the whole track for you next week, but I couldn't resist this. Graham in Dublin said, Robbie, please play Acoustic Alchemy. I'm going to be on a plane to Australia next week. I couldn't resist your request. Acoustic Alchemy, Angel of the South, and that's from their Beautiful Game album. And as you can hear from the title, they very, very much are football fans. Well, Greg Carmichael is. He's an Arsenal fan. Robbie Vincent, wish you a fantastic weekend. Thank you for your company. Nat King Cole will be here after the news on Jazz FM, and the news, it's next.